Hello, Zona here. Today I'll be showing you how to make this adorable drawstring bag. This is with size 10 mercerized Egyptian cotton and a 1.5mm crochet hook. And this is with size 30 normal mercerized cotton with a 1.25mm crochet hook. Still in progress, but I'm lazy and I finished filming this, so yeah. Might see this updated on Instagram later, but not in the video. So for this one, you will need some twine, I guess this is, yeah, some twine for the string part, or you could use yarn and thread too, but it might get a bit bumpy, and a small bead. You will need a yarn needle big enough to thread the twine, and of course a crochet hook and crochet thread. This pattern needs to have a base that is divisible by 5. I will put on the screen the different counts that you can have for adjusting it, but for this one I did a start of 3 double crochet on each corner and 4 rows in total of the base. So there are different counts for what you can do for the total ending count. You just need to make sure that the end side count is your base plus 4 for each row, and the end side count number needs to be divisible by 5 for the sides here to work. I'll just be showing how to do this 4-row base with the shells, and then the top section is completely adjustable. It doesn't matter what your stitch count is. So everything will be fine even if you adjust the stitch count. It's just that you'll need to do the calculations for the base, which will be on screen right here. So I hope you have a great day and have fun making the bag. See you! Now we are going to start with a chain 4 or a chain 3, depending on how big you like the circle to be. But I will start with a chain 4 for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch into the first chain. And then I'm going to chain 2. This will not count as a double crochet. And double crochet into the middle of this chain 4 space. Now we're going to do 2 more double crochet on this side. 1, 2, whoopsies, and chain 2 for the corner. Three double crochet on each side. And chain 2 for the corner. Chain 2, our last 3 double crochet. And now we're going to chain 1 and then do a single crochet into the top of this first of the 3 double crochet we have there. Now chain 2. Remember, this does not count as a double crochet. And do 2 double crochet into this chain 1, this 1 single crochet space here. Double crochet in all of the rest of the double crochets. Two double crochet, chain 2, two double crochet, Now we'll make our last 2 double crochet into the chain 1 space here, chain 1, and do a single crochet into the first double crochet. So row 3 will be exactly the same as row 2. You will chain 2, do 2 double crochet into this single crochet space, double crochet all of the double crochets, and in the corners, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet all around, and I will meet you at the end of this row. So here we are at the end of row 3. We'll do our last 2 double crochet, and then chain 1 and single crochet into the starting double crochet. Now for row 4, we'll chain 2, 2 double crochet, and I will meet you at the next corner in a little bit. Okay, so now we're at the corner, and for this corner and every corner in this row, we will just do 4 double crochet with no chains. So 1, there's a dog hair there, 2, 3, and 4. Then continue to double crochet as per usual. I will see you when we get back to this corner. Here we are at the final corner of row 4. We are just going to do 2 double crochet, and slip stitch into the first double crochet. Now this is where the pattern gets fun. Chain 2 and do 2 double crochet into that space, chain 1, do 2 more double crochet into that space, and now we are going to skip 4 chains and 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In this next 5th one, we'll do another little shell, I believe. So 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. This is why we needed our ending stitch count on each side to be 5, divisible by 5. So yeah, so skip 4 stitches and go in the next one and make another shell, 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet. So do that all around, and when you get to the other end, I will see you back again. Now that I've completed my final shell, I'm going to slip stitch into the first double crochet of the first shell and slip stitch into the second. Then we're going to slip stitch into its chain 1 space and start our next row with a chain 2 and do a normal shell. So 2 double crochet, oopsies, wrong spot, chain 1, 2 double crochet. You of course could just do a chain 3 and count that as a double crochet, but I'm kind of lazy and don't want to work into chain spaces right now, so I'll just have that extra bit of thread there. So continue making your shells as normal and continue for as many rows as you like. When I finish, I will be back with the final row count that I ended up with, but I'll see you in a while. So have fun with your project. Hey, welcome back. So I ended up doing 6 rows of the shells, and you will notice lots of pet hair on this because I had a cat on my lap while finishing it. So we're just going to slip stitch into the chain 1 space, chain 1, do a single crochet and chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet, and just repeat that around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet. So now we're back to the front. We'll just do our last chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch into the top of the first single crochet here. We're done with that row. Now chain 1, single crochet into the single crochet below, and do 4 single crochet into each chain 4 space. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now single crochet in the next single crochet, and 4 single crochet in each chain 4 space. And I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Hey, welcome back. Now I'm just going to do our last 4 single crochet here. 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch into the first single crochet right here. Now we're going to chain 1, do a single crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet into the next single crochet, and repeat that all around. So chain 1, skip, and single crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet. And I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Now that we're at the end of the row, we'll do our final chain 1 and then slip stitch into the first single crochet. Now we're going to slip stitch into this first chain 1 space and chain 3. So in the next chain 1 space we'll do a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 3. Continue around with a chain 1 and a half double crochet into the chain 1 spaces. Now that we're at the end of the row, we'll do a final chain 1 and then slip stitch into the second chain of our beginning chain 3 right here. Now then we're going to slip stitch into this chain 1 space here, chain 1, and single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, and repeat that around. So chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, now if you're adding beads to the top, you would need to switch the side you're working on so the beads would face the outside. But the middle of the chain 3 space is the perfect spot to add beads. And we'll see you at the end of the row. Now to finish the row, we'll do a final chain 3 and slip stitch into, oh wait, sorry, I'm not done with it yet. We have this space left here. Okay, we'll do that and then do our final chain 3 and slip stitch into the beginning single crochet. Da, da. Now, chain 1, and just give yourself a nice amount of tail. You don't need a bunch, but just enough to sew it in. Whoopsies. Sorry, the desk moved. But get a nice little yarn tail. You don't need this much, of course. Pull through. And then we're going to sew this in. Oopsies. Your yarn isn't behaving that well. You can always trim it a bit more. Just thread it. To see which way it is facing. And I'm just going to go into the top of the single crochet here in the back of the stitch. Make sure your yarn is not knotting here. Helps to hold something there. Now we're just going to bring the thread along our work until we can get down to the main area. So I just want to bring it down through here. Oh, that's why I wasn't working. I was using my left hand. As you may have noticed, I'm not left-handed. Just bring that through. And pull through. Now just pull it a little tighter. Snip. And you're good to go there. Remember to put your needle away somewhere you can find it easy. And we're also going to take care of this little yarn on the base. This one we don't have to weave in. Just pull a bit and snip. That is all our ends done. Next, we'll be weaving in the drawstring. So for the drawstring, you want to get some twine. I would recommend slightly thicker than this, actually. The ones that come in just the little bit at Joann's, not this one. It's slightly too thin, and your bag won't close as tightly when the thread is thinner, actually. Oh, we have a runaway bead. You stay there, mister. There we go. So this bag won't close as tightly because I can't find my other thread. Just give yourself a good amount to work with. Snip, snip. And then find your end here. This is the end. And I would like to work on the opposite corner as the front of my bag. So you could either have a corner be the front of your bag or a center, depending on what you would like. But for a square bag like this, I like to work from a corner. So we're going to insert our needle and just weave it along the single crochet chain one space row. It'll fit perfectly right there. And I'll see you at the end of the row. Meet you back right there. So now we've reached the end of the row, and I'm just going to try to make the two sides as even as possible. So pull on them and let the bag expand enough. So as you can see with the corner, we'll have a bag that will cinch like this. It'll look nice. So now your, whoopsies, did I undo my evenness? Let's readjust that again. We're going to put both sides of the thread onto our yarn needle here. Whoopsie daisy. And then we're going to kind of press down the twine as we can. And you also may want to wet it. But I didn't bring water over here. So, yeah. Then you're going to look at your bead and see if one side is bigger than the other. Add that to your needle and pull through. Now if you can't pull through and it doesn't go on easily, use a grippy and pull with that. You will save your hands so much. So now we have our little bead on here. What do we do next? Take our needle off and just spread the bag as much as you can. Hold it there. And I'm going to make a knot as close to the bead as possible. Make sure you see that's where the bag's maximum is. We'll just do our knot right there. So once it's in the spot we want, you can tighten it. And decide how much of a tail you want. I'm just going to make my tail about this long. Oopsie. There we go. It is done. Pull the string. And you have your little drawstring bag with a square bottom. It'll stay upright and will look absolutely adorable. So thank you for making this bag with me, and thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and this project will actually have a Ravelry page since it's not quite as simple as usual, so that will be linked below. Feel free to share your finished project on there or on Instagram. You can tag me on there, and I'd love to see it. Knowing how my upload schedule is, you'll probably see me next year. There may not be a December video unless this gets uploaded in December, which honestly is quite likely because it's the last few days of November right now, and it'll take me a while to edit this, so yeah. Okay, enough rambling. Have a great day. Bye!